Hi, my name is Jana Grassel from JJCrochet, and today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make this flower. Now this is not a crochet flower that you would normally see because it also has this center ridge right here that is worked as the second row of the flower once you make the petals. So it gives an interesting look. I actually came up with it yesterday when I was making this hat, and as you can see it just adds a little something else to the flower that it's not normal, it's not flat, it adds a little three-dimension to it, if you will. So what you're going to need to make this flower is a crochet hook, whatever size you want to use, and some yarn. Now I've gotten some feedback from the other videos that I crochet a little too fast, so I'm going to try to slow it down so you can see exactly what I'm doing. But if you need to stop and pause the video between each steps, feel free to do that. So first you're going to start by making a slip stitch with your yarn. And now you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to form a loop with those chains you just made by working a slip stitch into the first chain. So right there, and then work your slip stitch. So now you have a loop. Now we are going to work our first initial round of the flower into this hole. So in through the center of the chains is where we're going to work. So to begin, chain 2, 1, 2. Now this counts as your first double crochet. Now we're going to make a double crochet right next to it. So double crochet through the big loop, through the center of your chains there. Work a double crochet. Alright, now we have 2 double crochet. Now we're going to make one of the loops for the petals that we're going to work in the next round. So in order to do that, we want to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and work 2 double crochet into the center ring. So there's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. So now this is how your flower should look. So we're going to work a petal into this in the next round. In order to make the base though, we have to work 5 more of these loops so that we can have some place to work our petals in for the second round. So continue that same pattern 4 more times. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work 2 double crochet into this center hole right here, just like we did before. So that's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. So I'll give you a second to catch up, but if you could see, now we have loops for 2 petals and we have our center stitch right here. So let's work the space for the third petal. Same thing. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now you're going to work 2 double crochet into the center hole. First double crochet right here, 1, 2. So now if you'll look, we have space for our 3 petals so far. We have 1, 2, 3, and then our center stitch is right here. Guess what we're going to do now? We're going to do the same exact thing, working chain 3, 2 double crochet into this center hole. This will be the space for our 4th petal. 1, 2, 3 chain. Now 2 double crochet into the center hole here, right there. There's 1, and then there's 2. Alright, we're almost there. We just have to make 1 more. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces for our petals. Now we're just going to make a final 1. We already have our beginning 2 double crochet that we made at the very start of this round, and we have our ending 2 double crochet, so we need to join those by making a chain 3. Make sense? So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we don't need to work any double crochet because we already have them from the beginning right here. So we're going to work a slip stitch into the top space of the first chain 3 that we made. So right here. Got it? Alright. So now work a slip stitch right through here. This is your first chain 3 that you made, and work that slip stitch to make a full circle. So now we have our circle. Can you see that? So we have 5 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are our chain 3 spots, and that's what we're going to be working our petals in round 2 of this flower. Are you with me so far? Alright, so now for each petal we are going to work 1 single crochet, 5 double crochet, and 1 single crochet into each petal. So we already have our one here that we slip stitch, so to start it out we're just going to chain 1, which will count as our first single crochet since we're beginning a new round. So we have our first chain. Now comes 5 double crochet. So let's do our first one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4th double crochet, and 5th double crochet. Now, just to show you how the anatomy of a flower normally works, right now we have this huge clump of 5 double crochet that doesn't look like much, but once we work the single crochet, since it's half the height of a double crochet, it'll make a nice scallop pattern. So that's what we're going to do to finish off this first petal. Kind of squish the stitches over in this chain 3, and then right here we're going to work a single crochet. So put our hook through the big loop and work a single crochet. See, I told you. See the nice scallop pattern that creates from doing the little single crochet first, 5 tall double crochet, and then 1 little single crochet. Gives you that nice flower pattern that we want. Brilliant, huh? Alright, so you work the same pattern in all 4 of the remaining chain 3 loops that we made in the first round. So right where my thumb is here is where we're going to work our second petal. We're going to work the same pattern, so it's a single crochet. Right there. We skipped those 2 double crochet from the beginning. We don't care about them. They were just to make the first round. So we single crochet in that chain 3 loop, work 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now comes our ending single crochet to end off that petal and give it the scallop. Single crochet. And there we go. So you see how our flower is starting to come together. We have 2 petals right now, 1, 2, and we're going to continue working that pattern of 1 single crochet, 5 double crochet, 1 single crochet for each of the petals. Alright? So we're skipping those 2 double crochet from the first round, and we're going to work right here into the next chain 3 spot. We're going to start with a single crochet, alright, and work 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to end with a single crochet to make the end of our third petal. So 1 single crochet. Still with me? So now we have 3 of our petals for our flower. We're going to continue on. 2 more to go. So again, skipping those 2 double crochet from the beginning, we don't care about them. And we're going to work a single crochet into the next chain 3 loop, 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, get some more yarn, 5, 5 double crochet. Now we're going to scooch them over, boop, 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 so we have enough room to make our single crochet and end our 4th petal. So you see where it's going to go now? We have one more petal left right here to make our flower. So we're going to work a single crochet, 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now our last 5th double crochet to end our petal here. So 5 double crochet, and we need to make a single crochet to end it off. And there you go. So now we are done with our flower. It's a great looking flower. I would use this flower. This is a nice little guy right here. You can put on a hat, you can put on a purse, you can just keep the flower as is. But because we are going to make this ridged flower, we have to add this circle part now. So you can fasten off if you want. If you just want to hold on to this guy, that's great. No one's going to judge you. It's your project. But if you want to continue working around the second round to make a raised 3-dimensional flower, this is how you do it. So we just finished working a single crochet into the last petal that we were working on. So now we're going to slip stitch to join it to the other petals, just so we have a nice complete round. So just work a nice tight slip stitch right there. So now what we're going to do, now stay with me because this is a little different from normal crochet, is we are going to work down into the stitches that we made of these 2 double crochet clusters in the first round. We're just going to work right on top of them so we could get down here on top of the flower. It's very unconventional. This is not shown in any of your crochet books, but trust me, you can do it. It's allowed. It's okay. So what we're going to do, just to get down there, you kind of want to start in the middle of the double crochet stitches. That's where we're going to be working around. So just work 1 slip stitch to get down there. So you're kind of working, you can see this here, right there into the middle of the double crochet stitch from the first round. Alright, so just work a slip stitch right there. And a slip stitch is when you yarn over once and pull through both loops. So all that did is that allowed us to start working where we want to start, which is on top of the flower and these double crochets from round 1 that we're going to work on. Now there's no rhyme or reason to this next part, it's however you want to do it. But what you do is you actually work single crochet stitches right on top of the double crochets that you made from round 1. So let me demonstrate. See where I am right here in the flower? I just stuck my hook into any one of these stitches. This guy looked good, so I chose this one. And I'm going to work a single crochet. So right like that. Now continue working in the round. I'm actually going to skip across this divide right here, and I'm going to work a single crochet into what was the 3rd double crochet of round 1. So just in the top of it, I'm going to work a single crochet right there. So you can kind of see that this start to form a ridge right there. Now I'm going to single crochet right in the middle. Just jab your needle through there wherever you want, wherever it'll fit in between. So this is actually the 4th double crochet of the first round. Just make another single crochet. So then you have this ridge that you can see start to form right there on top of the work that you've already done. So continue working this around. So this is the 5th double crochet. Just jab your needle in there. You can put it under 1 loop, you can put it under 2 loops, whatever will fit, doesn't matter. And work another single crochet. So I'm going to do it again just so you can see how it's looking. So this is the 6th double crochet, and just work a single crochet. So now if you can start to see this ridge right here? This is what I just crocheted on top of the double crochet from round 1. And once you work that the whole way around, it'll form a nice circle on top of your flower. So once again, just work a single crochet right there. and this is in the 8th double crochet. I'm going to work another single crochet. Just keep going around the top part of your flower. Alright, now see, I'm almost to the beginning here. See how I have my ridge that's formed right around here? I only have 2 more stitches to do, and then I can join my complete circle. So just going to work a single crochet, and if you can see how I'm holding the flower, the petals are down at the bottom here, and I'm working on top instead of working behind them like you would normally do if you were doing 2 layers on a flower. So now I have another single crochet that I need to do, and I am just about back to the beginning of where I started right here. So I'm going to join this round just like I would any other crochet round with a slip stitch. Join with a slip stitch, and then I always chain 1 at the end of my work just to make it nice and tight so it's not going anywhere. Fasten off, pull your loop through, give a nice little tug, and if you can see, we just made this nice little ridge. It almost looks like a daffodil or something on top of this crocheted flower. Now if that was a little too much, you didn't like the second half where we were just going off the books and making single crochets on top of the double crochets we've already made, if you weren't comfortable with that, that's totally fine. At least you have a nice normal crochet flower. For more free crochet patterns, you can visit my blog. It's jjcrochet.com/blog, and leave me a comment on this video. I'd like to know what you think. Thanks for watching. Happy crocheting!